innovation before we actually get out of the presentations. Now in this particular session, I'll be discussing two parts of the startup, and these two parts are very important as far as early stage startups are concerned. Number one is your innovation approach, your ideation, right? There are two different approaches which I'm going to have a discussion over. And then the most important part which we are discussing is business model canvas, or the business modeling for the startups. Okay. Now, here what we see in this particular slide is there are two kinds of the innovation approaches. Number one is you innovate and then find a right customer. You first innovate something and then you find a customer who can use this particular product. Okay, let me first tell you three types of innovation. Do you know three types of innovation as far as startups are concerned? Number one is product innovation. Say for example, if you are wearing smartwatch or sports watch, that is basically product innovation, right? Number two innovation is process innovation. Most of the pharma people, we have more into process innovation, right? And number three, and the most important and trending innovation in India is business model innovation. For example, have you heard of Wellness Forever, or have you heard of Apollo Pharmacy? So Apollo Pharmacy is not a conventional retail pharmacy. Apollo Pharmacy, you can consider this as an innovative business. What they did here is, do they innovated any product? Do they innovated any process? Yes, no? No. What they innovated is business model. What innovation they had into the business model? What innovation they had into a business model? For example, 1mg. Everyone is aware of 1mg, Pharmeasy. So do they innovated any kind of product, any medicinal product? Do they innovated any process? What they innovated is business model. So what is the business model? Okay, tell me, what is business model? What is business model? Business model or revenue model is something to identify how you can make money out of your innovation. A framework which will tell you that yes, this is how you can make money for your commercial product, right? So what is the business model of 1mg? Now compare two different business models. One is retail pharmacy. What is the business model of retail pharmacy? We have a channels of distribution. What are the channels of distribution? Manufacturer to dealer to distributor to wholesaler to retailer, then to consumer. This is a channel of distribution. And at each and every channel, we have certain percentage or certain part as a margin. First one, am I right? Am I right? You have innovated something, you have ideas in your head, and then now you are finding customer, right? Now, let's go in detail about this. Number one, approach number one. So say, for example, if I have used approach number one. Approach number one is, I innovated something. Now I have innovated this diaper. This diaper by using biodegradable material. Because when I googled some things, what I observed is, there are some heavy dump yards which have been filled by the used diapers. This is creating a waste like anything, and which is not an eco-friendly solution. And that's the reason what I did is, as an engineer or as an expert into biomaterials and other membranes, now what I did is I have created a material which is biodegradable material, and now I can use this biodegradable material for manufacturing these baby diapers. This can be reusable. So even if I pay 2000 rupees for 3 set of diapers, I can use these same 3 set of diapers for the next 3 years, right? So that is something which is cost effective, plus it is not creating waste. It means it is actually an eco-friendly solution plus cost-effective solution. So the successful startup will be through innovation approach number 2. Are you getting this? Right? Now, all you guys have approached or all you guys have ideated through innovation approach number 1. So now your initial task is अभी क्या करना है आपको? Customer. अभी आपको क्या करना है? You have to first figure out who is your customer. First, you have to interview with them. So let's understand few of the steps. This we call as a lean startup methodology, which I follow. Right? Whatever 4 startups which I have, right? Out of 4, 1 is the best example of a failed startup. But now I know what not to do. Right? So whatever 3 successful startups which I have used lean startup methodology. So what is lean startup methodology? These are the smart steps to have a lean startup, right? This lean startup methodology is defined by a person known as Eric Ries, E-R-I-C, Eric Ries. You can Google for a book which is lean startup. You can invest some 300 or 400 bucks for that particular book, but you can, get to know each and everything about lean startup methodology. So what is lean startup methodology? Number 1 thing is you need to reach to a market plus. Okay? Now, say for example, maybe I'm a mechanical engineering student, but my interest, my passion is more into agriculture. My interest is more into food sector. So what I'll do is, I'll first reach to the market. In case of agriculture, I'll first reach to the farms and farmers. I will have a discussion. I'll ask them, what are the pain areas which you are facing, which you all community as a farmer, which you guys are facing. I'll first understand what are the pain areas which are there in the market. If whatever you are creating, it is actually not solving the problem of your customer or user, it is of no use. It is useless product. Product is innovative, but it is useless. So what you want? You want innovative product or useful product? Innovative plus useful product. So you need to actually exchange your thoughts between you and your customer, right? Hey, what are the problems which you are facing? Maybe something which is related with land, something which is related with crop, something which is related with their market. Anything. It can be anything. So first, reach to the market, interact with your future customers. Interact with your future customers. Say for example, if you are creating a hospital management software, who is your customer? Hospitals, management of hospital. Say for example, if you are creating EdTech application like Byju's, who is your customer? Who are your consumers? Connect with them, right? Say for example, if you are interested in food sector, right? Then your immediate customer is all those who eat food, right? You can ask to anyone. And then you may have some idea which is related with ready to eat category of food. Likewise, you need to reach to the market, interact with the future customer, make a list of their real life pain points. Maybe you are now interacted with some 10 different farmers, and now you have made a list of say 50 problems. A list of 50 problems. I'll share you one example from India-Croatia Startup Challenge. For that purpose, I went 3 times to these pharmaceutical companies which are there in Goa. I went and meet to the HRs of this Zydus Cadila, Glenmark and Teva and other companies. I interacted with them. Hey, this is my application. And through this, you can hire as many skilled candidates as you want. But they were like, no, we have this thing, and why I should pay you for this particular thing? No, I'll give this for free. No, why you should consume time for this? Then I asked him, what additional features you want to have? Then Mr. Gajendra Vernikar, he is the HR head of Zydus Cadila Goa. He is someone, my future customer, who helped me to build my entire product. Then I came back. Again, I sat with my developer. We did this changes. We did this for 3 times. And then whatever application I have, this is a perfect application for my customer. So this is not, this will not happen overnight. This is a process, right? So again, we have to reach to the customer as many times as possible, right? And then ask him to use your product and give the feedback. Always remember, feedback is the key for your early stage startup. Feedback and feed forward mechanism. Feedback, feed forward. Feedback, feed forward. Feedback, feed forward. Right? Feedback is actually getting all the negative feedbacks. All the negative feedbacks. Take as many negative feedbacks as possible. Right? Don't go for, getting a feedback with your friends and family. That मैंने ये ऐप बनाया है, देख कैसा लगता है. Your friends and family members, they will give you 5 star. Wow, wonderful application. No, you don't need positive feedback at this stage. You need to you should have hunger for getting negative feedback. Because negative feedback from your consumers are basically helping you to build your perfect product. And that is something which is lean startup methodology. I'll tell you what are the examples of some live startups which have followed this lean startup methodology. Number 1 is YouTube. They have followed lean startup methodology. Number 2 is Dropbox. Have you heard of Dropbox? Dropbox. Number 3 is Airbnb, like Indian Oyo rooms, right? Airbnb, right? Number 4, Facebook. Facebook, they have followed lean startup methodology. Eventually, it was open for Mark Zuckerberg's own university, right? He tested, right? Harvard. He tested. He got a feedback. He got a negative feedback, modified, repeat. And then, once he built a perfect product, then it is available to the entire world, right? Same is the case with Instagram. Same is the case with LinkedIn. These are all popular startups who have utilized lean startup methodology. Have you received this process? This is early stage startup process. Are you clear with this? Are you clear with this? Engineers, are you clear with, you are clear with lean manufacturing as an engineers, but this is lean startup methodology, right? Shall we go ahead? Yes, no? So validating your innovation, what you need to have, why you are doing this, whatever you are doing, why you are doing this. Number 2, who will be using your product? Who will be using your product means who is your consumer? Who is your consumer, right? What is already on the market? Competitors, existing competitors. How do you want to be different? What is your innovation component? What is your X factor, right? So these 4 things you need to consider before you go ahead. Now, this is business model canvas, one of the most important part of any startup, business model canvas. What is business model canvas? As I said earlier, business model canvas, this particular canvas will help you to figure out how to earn money out of your business, out of your innovation, right? Now let's find out what are those elements so that we can understand entire business model canvas. Let him finish his call first, then we'll continue. Shall I continue? Yeah, thank you. Number 1 is customer segments. Here you see, we are coming up from this customer segments, one by one. See, this is basically a worksheet. Business model canvas is a worksheet, a blank document. You have to just go on filling all the information which is needed in that particular category, right? Number 1 is customer segment. Here you have to make a list of who all are your customers. Maybe students are your customers. Maybe parents are your customers. Maybe farmers are your customers. Maybe in any case, government is your customer. Can I have government as a customer? You see all these tenders and all, right? Road Development Corporation, Government is actually customer. That model is B2G model. That is value proposition, the center part of this business model. Channels. Channels means, as you can see here, channels of distribution. How does each customer segment want to be reached? Say for example, e-commerce. E-commerce is your channel, online platform. It is your channel, right? So likewise, how that customer is going to get the services. What is the channel, right? So that is next one. Customer relationship. How will you maintain a good customer relationship? Here you can see customer relationship, right? He is the customer and this is your value proposition which you are actually providing, right? So what relationship are you establishing with each segment, right? Maybe offers, discounts, cashback, cash point, reward system, cash on delivery. These are customer relationships, right? Next is the most important, revenue stream. Revenue stream. How will you earn money? Now my question yesterday was how Paytm earns money. What is the business model of Paytm? How Paytm makes money? It makes money or it is a social enterprise? Yes. How Paytm makes money? Yes. Transactions? Users and transactions. Merchant, okay. Can you be more precise? QR code. Say for example, I have scanned this QR and transferred say 1,000 rupees. How Paytm is going to benefit? I have passed you 1,000 rupees in your Paytm account. Right, this is a transaction between you and me. How Paytm got a benefit? Do they charge any transaction fee? मेरे अकाउंट से 1,000 रुपीज डेबिट हो गए, आपके अकाउंट में 1,000 रुपीज क्रेडिट हो गए, ठीक है? So how Paytm is making profits? Advertisement. Number one, advertisement. Postpaid. That is something which they have started for Paytm Mall, right? Paytm Bank, yes. What else? Fee for merchants. Say for example, I'm booking a movie ticket on Book My Show. Like we need to, give them some transaction fee. Similarly, if I'm booking a movie ticket on Paytm, I need to give some transaction fee. Right, so that is a revenue stream. That is where money is coming in, right? What else? Payment? Exactly. Paytm's primary revenue stream is Paytm Wallet. Paytm Wallet, primary revenue stream. Whatever you are telling, it is yes, it is revenue stream, but it is secondary revenue stream. Primary revenue stream, secondary, tertiary. Your business should have multiple revenue stream. I have seen many of the businesses, many of the startups who failed, who lost their business during COVID times. Why? Because they had only single revenue stream. आपका अगर एक revenue stream block होता है, then how will you survive? You need to have a plan B, secondary revenue stream, right? Now, how they earn money from Paytm Wallet? Say for example, I came from say Pune to Bangalore in my car, right? And I have some 20 toll plazas. So every time I pass toll plaza, automatically money which is there on my Paytm Wallet, FASTag, it will be debited. So what I did is, before I start my journey, what I did is, I deposited 2,000 bucks on my Paytm Wallet. So every time, whatever toll plazas I have, it will be automatically debited. Once I reach to the Bangalore, now I have left with 600 rupees. Out of 2,000, 600 rupees in my wallet. I'll keep this as it is. मुझे return भी जाना है ना? I'll keep that as it is. Now 600 rupees are on whom's wallet? किसके wallet में है? पेटीएम के wallet पे है. Virtually वो मेरे wallet में है, लेकिन वो किसके account में है? It is in your savings account? No. 600 bucks are on a Paytm wallet. Now, imagine we have 10 lakh Paytm users. 10 lakh Paytm users, right? And each one have minimum 1 rupee in their Paytm wallet. Total is 10 lakh rupees. Calculate per day interest on 10 lakh rupees. That is the main revenue of Paytm. This is also known as escrow accounts. It is known as escrow accounts. Do you know Kunal Shah? Kunal Shah, the founder of Cred. Have you seen the advertisement of Rahul Dravid? Indira Nagar wala gunda. Have you seen that advertisement? That is of Cred. Even the new advertisement is there, Ravi Shastri. Right? It is Cred. So Kunal Shah was the one who innovated this business model in 2009 by his startup Freecharge. When we were in college, we had that Freecharge. We used to have our prepaid recharge for phone through Freecharge, and even if we have a recharge of 50 rupees, we used to get 20 rupees as a cash point, cashback. So that was something which was fascinating for us in college days. Freecharge was the one who innovated this escrow account. Got this? How Paytm earns? So revenue model is something where you need to figure out how will you earn money. How will you earn money? It can be primary revenue, secondary revenue. Next is key resources. What key resources you will require? Say for example, you will require computer, printer, machine, equipment, infrastructure, office, cubicles. These are all your resources, key resources. Key activities. What key activities in your startup you will have? Like product development, like survey, like sales, like marketing, like business development, like finance, accounts. These are nothing but your key activities. कि जो एरिया में आप लोग रेस्टोरेंट अभी चालू करने वाले हो, what are the food habits in that particular area? Accordingly, he will tell you, this is the data. This is the food habit of your customer, of your location. Accordingly, he will give you advice. South Indian hai, Punjabi hai, veg hai, non-veg hai, whatever. Okay? So their main business is into consulting, which they are about to start. Netflix ka business model. Okay, we have business model for everyone. Right? You can just Google them. Revenue, subscription plans. Right? Facebook's business model. Advertisement revenue, payment fees. Even Google earns through advertisements. Their major revenue comes from ad revenue. Okay? So this is all about business model. Clear? Clear? Number 1, ideation कैसा करना है पता चला? Ideation, innovation approach. Number 2, why customer relationship and feedback with future customer is important. Clear? And number 2, business model. Are you clear with business model? Any questions, any doubts in this regard? Because we are concluding this session and we'll be starting with the presentations. Any questions, any doubts? Yes? Any doubts which may be not related with business model or ideation, but related with any kind of startup, you can ask. Yes? Any question, any doubts, any difficulty, any concern, any suggestion, anything? Okay, so we'll conclude here. You can connect me later on as well. You can note down my Instagram ID, that is sachin.startupcoach. I'm available on Instagram, not as frequent as you are, but I'm mostly available, frequently available on LinkedIn. So you can connect me on LinkedIn as well as on Instagram. I'm available on Instagram as sachin.startupcoach. You can connect me there as well. You can connect me over LinkedIn as well. Okay. You can also follow our official handle OPEX India everywhere. OPEX India. We are on YouTube. Our channel, whatever startup related, entrepreneurship related videos or whatever interviews which I have taken of some of the potential entrepreneurs, including Dr. Vivek Bindra or Dr. Gaikwad, who is the founder director of BVG Group, or many of those entrepreneurs. I have taken their interviews so that you can at least learn their inputs as well. So you can visit our OPEX India YouTube channel as well. You can follow us on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, everywhere. Okay. So see you soon during the presentations, and in case if you find any kind of difficulty in creating your own business model, we all are here to help you for the entire day. Okay. So see you there at the presentation. Thank you so much.
Start, sir.
Hi, I am Govindra Dias. I come from BJSIT. Hi, I am Govindra Dias. I come from BJSIT. I am MBA department. I am the first time we participate in this function. I'm not knowledgeable to a function. This is the first time experience. ನನಗೆ ಈ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ಗೆ ಅಟೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು ನನಗೆ ತುಂಬ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ಫುಲ್ ಆಯಿತು. ನನಗೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ಥರ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೀರಿಯೆನ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಈ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ, ಯಾವ ಥರ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ಯಾವ ಥರ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ನ ಯಾವ ಥರ ಈ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ನು ಯಾವ ಥರ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ನಮಗೆ ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ, ಅದರಿಂದ ಯಾವ ಥರ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ನಮಗೆ ಅನ್ನೋದು ನನಗೆ ಯಾವ ಥರ ಐಡಿಯಾ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ನಾನು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಈ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ಗೆ ಅಟೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡೋದ್ರಿಂದ ನನಗೆ ತುಂಬ ನಾಲೆಜ್ ಬರ್ತು. ಯಾವ ಥರ ನಾವು ಒಂದು ಕಂಪ್ನಿ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ಮತ್ತು ಯಾವ ಥರ ನಾವು ಕಂಪ್ನಿನ ಇಂಪ್ರೂವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ಮತ್ತು ಯಾವ ಥರ ನಾವು ಲೀಗಲಾಗಿ ಮತ್ತು ಸೋಷಿಯಲಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಯಾವ ಥರ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಸೊಸೈಟಿಲಿ ಅನ್ನೋದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಮಗೆ ತುಂಬ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ಫುಲ್ ಆಯಿತು. ಈ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ನಮಗೆ ತುಂಬ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ಫುಲ್ ಆಯಿತು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ.
ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು.
ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು.
ನಿಮಿಷ ನಾನು ಬರಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ವೇನಾ? ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್.
ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ EC ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ BJSIT. ನಾವು ಇಂಪ್ಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು ಫುಡ್ ಪ್ಯಾಕೇಜಿಂಗ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ. ಬಟ್ ನಾವೇನು ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ವಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಒಂದು ವೆಬ್ಸೈಟ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅದನ್ನು ಇಂಪ್ಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂತ ಅಂದ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಬಂದಮೇಲೆ ಆ ವೆಬ್ಸೈಟಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೇನು ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು, ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಎಂಡು, ಫ್ರಂಟ್ ಎಂಡು, ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಂಡಿಚರ್ಸು ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡ್ ಆಗಿರಬೇಕಂತ ನಮ್ಮ ಈ 2 ದಿನದ ವರ್ಕ್ಶಾಪಲ್ಲಿ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡ್ವಿ. ಇದು ತುಂಬ ಯೂಸ್ಫುಲ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಸೊ ನಮಗೆ ಒಂದು ಐಡಿಯಾ ಬಂದಿದೆ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟು ಒಂದು ಕಂಪ್ನೀಸ್ ಏನಾದರೂ ಇಂಪ್ಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂತ ನಮಗೊಂದು ಐಡಿಯಾ ಬಂದಿದೆ ಈ 2 days ವರ್ಕ್ಶಾಪಿಂದ. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು. ವಿ ಆರ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ BJSIT ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ EC ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ನಾವಿಲ್ಲಿ
ಕಟ್ ಓಕೆ, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಟೇಕ್.
ವಿ ಆರ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ BJSIT ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ECE ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ನಮ್ಮ BJSIT ಕಾಲೇಜಲ್ಲಿ BJSIT
ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಟೇಕ್. ಓಕೆ.
BJSIT ಆದಿಚುಂಚನಗಿರಿ ಸೆಂಟರ್ ಫಾರ್
ಎಂಟರ್ಪ್ರಿನರ್ಸ್. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಲೌಡ್ ಆಗಿರಲಿ ವಾಯ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ.
ನಾವಿಲ್ಲಿ ಆದಿಚುಂಚನಗಿರಿ ಸೆಂಟರ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಂಟ್ರಪ್ರಿನರ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟಪ್ ಫೆಸ್ಟಿವಲ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. ನಾವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ 14th ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ 15th ಅಟೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ತುಂಬ ಯೂಸ್ಫುಲ್ ಆಗಿತ್ತು.